For this week, the Thanksgiving week, because we have a shortened week, and Tuesday a lot of people would be traveling. I've posted, or I am posting this simple project. It'll fit within the time period of the lecture, so it's something for you to do quickly, and you can do it really anytime you want. Um, I'll make it do, the normal Sunday, or you could even turn it in, before class next week. Really, no pressure to interfere with the holiday. This is a contest that I was made aware of. I'm on the mailing list for this magazine. The magazine covers art and design, covers environmental, design issues, all kinds of interesting subject matter relevant to architecture, but many times it's like on a bigger scope or just a little of a different angle. And they hosted a conference. Says powered by Twinmotion. Twinmotion is a software company. I'll talk about that in a minute. But the idea was that this Redesign the World was a design competition for new ideas to rethink the planet. And so this is kind of an urban design contest, but at a really grand scale. Um, and let me just tell you a little bit about this software. It would actually be available to you. I'm specifically not suggesting you even upload it, but it is quite interesting, and there is a possibility that you would be able to actually use this in projects later on in your academic career. So Twinmotion is like I say, a visualization software, but with that idea of an architectural bent to it or a focus. And it's powered by an Epic Games engine. Epic Games makes interactive video games over the web and over other kinds of like probably PlayStations and things like that. And so you can see even in this first image the idea of being able to activate the scene, kind of in a new way of seeing what our architecture can be. And as you roll through this I've taken you to the website. Some just fascinating stuff that's happening with our ability to digitally model things, this kind of photorealistic uh, imaginings of space, just the ability to capture nature in great detail. So this in and of itself is just an interesting exploration of what's happening with technology. So that's the background of this Twinmotion, and this was used by the people who entered this contest. So let's just go back to the contest for a minute. Let me go back to the presentation being full screen. And if you click through to that website, and I put on Blackboard hyperlinks to that, so you can go and go right from Blackboard and click onto it. But you could also just Google Redesigning Our Lives and Design, and you'd find it anyway. But they have a bunch of projects. They're only, like in this case, if I was to click on through to this one, they're very short video presentations. So I can even click on this. I'm just going to put, this is one that I would expect you to review. And I've left the sound off because they do have a compelling statement about this kind of idea of visioning the future of I guess, urban design or human development. And with each one of these that you click into, it will take you to a brief description of that proposal. So it's just a few paragraphs. And then if I was to click through, this will take you to, once again, to the major website. And this is where you can review all of those projects. And it looks like there's at least 8 or 10 of them here. And I think actually there's quite a few. So that's up to you. You can just look at these, find out which ones you find most interesting and attractive, and spend a little time looking at what would be like a 3.5-minute video and reading through some of the content. And in this case, here's the instructions for it. Review at least 3 of the projects, watch the specific video, and read the associated content of each. And then really the action item that you need to do is write a short paragraph, on at least each one, considering this content. Describe what video you watched, how they made you feel, hopeful, depressed. Now, don't limit it to those two terms. Any way that you kind of reacted to it. Um, I'd like some commentary if they were relatable, if you thought they were usable in the future to you. Maybe you could see this as, any specific idea in these could be played out in just projects. It doesn't have to be a change the world type of thing. It can just be an inspiration on the little elements of the world that you want to change. And then I guess just a couple of other questions to stimulate thinking. Is this the kind of thing architects should be thinking about? You realize that this comes under your purview to your responsibility as a professional. And like I said, see if you could see a component or part of the idea embedded into a more real world project, one that you might see yourself doing. So that's it as far as the project goes. And then there's the idea of submitting it for credit. So I've created a site on Blackboard for that. And in this case, instead of doing a JPEG or an image, it's going to be a written submission. And the assignment uploads allow for you to write a submission. So when you get to the site, click on Write Submission, and you'll have a chance to type right there. And alternately, you can type in any kind of a word processor and then copy and paste into the submission. So that's it. Like I said, this is relatively short. It shouldn't take you more than 30 or 40 minutes to review the videos, and then another associated amount of time to write some kind of commentary on it. So, and let me know if you enjoy the task and, in your feedback. So, I look forward to your submissions.